Hi, everyone. This is very impromptu, but I just wanted to take a few minutes. I had a few things that happened, kind of all came together over the holidays that were really, ended up being really quite rough. And I found myself, in a dark place where there were a couple days I also got really sick. And there were a couple days where I had this thought, I would never kill myself. So please know that. But I had this thought like, you know what? If I got some kind of diagnosis and my days were numbered, I'd be good with that. And what I came to realize, I just wanted to share this personally with everyone. Because I think we have times in our lives where everything sort of hits at once. And that's what was happening. Without going into all the details, it was like all these things hit me at once. And I forget, I tap on stuff, but I forget that in those times of darkness to turn to my spirituality. And I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I said, I've really made this commitment that my spirituality and my spiritual practice is not a hobby anymore, because I really came to realize that it's been a hobby for me. It's a hobby. It's not something that I've practiced and cultivated every day. And years ago, when I was living in Chicago and I was in a 12-step group, there's a term in 12 steps where you become God conscious, whatever you call it. I don't care, like I said, if it's the dinosaurs, Fred Flintstones, if it's a wiser part of yourself. And I've noticed, I've made that commitment. So every day I listen to something. Like if I'm driving around or when I'm hiking, I listen to a podcast that's inspiring. I will read stuff that is inspiring to me and that's optimistic, and not like toxic positivity, but there's optimism. And when I say optimism, it's like even in the darkest times, to know there's different lines, like God will turn this to good. God is in this no matter what. And again, change the word. I couldn't say the word God for the longest time because it had literally been so bastardized for me through the Catholicism that I grew up in. But I can say it now, and I feel really good about it. And to know, and I think we all have to cultivate it in whatever works for us. But I just wanted to share this because it really was like an awakening, and it took this darkness that I found myself in to have me go, I've got to do something else here. And then I was like, Marti, your spirituality is a hobby for you. It's not something you're cultivating every day. So I've made that commitment this year to cultivate it every day. And I feel the difference. It's not like everything's smooth sailing and it's all like I always say it this way, it's not butterfly farts and fairy farts. There's challenges and I face them. And yet I notice when I'll say something, when I'm facing something and I'm like, God will turn this to good. And when I started saying that, I didn't believe it whatsoever. But I'm starting to notice with practice, I'm believing it. And it's making a big difference for me. And I'm going to send an email out about this as well, probably later this week. But I just wanted to take a few minutes and share that, whatever. And I wouldn't suggest, I have the things that I like that really help me. And I think we can each, learn to trust that you will find whatever can fill up your cup, whatever that is for you. And to make it a practice on a daily basis, to be I'm just going to spend some time and take a pause. And even during the day, take a pause and I'm going to read something. I'm going to listen to something briefly in addition to tapping. And you could tap through it too. I don't. I just read the stuff. And at night before I go to bed, I've really made a practice of reading stuff that's very inspirational to me, that even in the midst of darkness, no, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So I just want to share that. Hope you find that helpful, and more to come. Bye for now.